At age 36, I was diagnosed with stage 4 gastric cancer. When she said the news, I was sad more than anything. Probably the worst part of this, having my children. Instead of being a mum with an active role in their care, I was sitting back and watching. You still get joy being with your kids, but there's just like this little cloud of sadness that follows you every day, knowing that I won't be there. That's the hardest part, I think. Being pregnant made everything more complicated with testing and things, but when the diagnosis came, it was clear I wouldn't be able to survive a pregnancy, and the baby wouldn't survive a pregnancy. Charlie was born at 18 weeks, a little girl. Yeah, she's got a garden over there. Ellie doesn't really understand, she's only 3, but with Jax, he's got so much empathy, this little guy, and on his 6th birthday he blew out his candles and then he whispered, "I wish Mummy would get better." And then he picks little dandelions and blows them out and wishes Mummy would get better. So yeah, it's hard to watch him do things like that, yeah.
She was fun-loving.
Always smiling, always.
Always happy.
She liked a good time, liked to have fun.
She did,
Loved
yeah.
to laugh.
Yeah.
Friends, going out.
Yeah. Didn't take life too seriously.
No.
Yeah. And then they find that she's got gastric cancer and...
She didn't get that opportunity, I think, with other cancers that you get for hope and to try something new. Maybe with some other cancers that are more well known, they have trials and options that you can look into and some hope there to try something new, but she didn't really have that. And then the other thing, it was a brutal cancer. You can't even just have a cup of tea with your family or a meal with your family. Kids' birthdays, she'd bring the birthday cake out and everyone would have a piece of cake and she'd just watch everyone have a piece of cake. Just those little rituals, I think stomach cancer takes away from you.
Eliza's story is deeply personal, but this issue goes far broader. Upper gastrointestinal cancers make up nearly 1 in 5 cancer deaths in Australia. For decades, these cancers have remained unrecognised and underfunded.
More than 13,000 Australians will be diagnosed with upper GI cancer each year. These aren't just numbers, they're parents, their family and their friends. Over the next decade, Australia could face more than 200,000 new cases. Across these cancers, the 5-year survival rate remains only 21.7%.
We are seeing changing patterns in upper gastrointestinal cancers, including more diagnoses in younger Australians. Our research matters and we need to act quickly.
This diagnosis, especially stage 4, you try and find hope and it's definitely there, but then sometimes it gets taken away. But it's really comforting to know that Pancare have kind of got your back for advocating for people with upper GI cancers. They're helping raise money, because really raising money is one of the most important things with this. You need money for research and to do these clinical trials and to help families like us who are battling these cancers.
Our research focuses on a specific nervous system signalling component called RAMP1. We found that in gastric cancer patients, high expression of this receptor is associated with poor patient survival. There are currently approved treatments that target this receptor complex used for migraine therapy. And what we are going to do in our next phases is looking at how we can repurpose these targeted therapies in gastric cancer.
The Eliza Wilmot Scholarship will allow our researchers to identify the most promising drug candidate to move into clinical trials. This can happen within 12 months. This has great impact and potential for our cancer patients, and we are ready to act now.
One of Eliza's fears was not being remembered, so having their name attached to it.
She'd be so proud, wouldn't she? She'd be so happy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You need money for research and to do these clinical trials for treatments, and hopefully that can get us to better survival rates in the future.